We'll see you then. Thank you. You know, for most of us, pets, they're part of the family.
They are, but we could be putting them in danger when you take them out to play. WSBT-22's Danielle Kennedy is here. And Danielle, experts say that dog parks can pose big health and safety risks.
Rick, veterinarians say protecting them should start before you even take them to the park. The American Pet Products Association estimates Americans will spend more than $62 million on their pets this year, but having fun and keeping them safe doesn't have to come with a massive price tag.
Good boy. You're a good boy, aren't you?
Once a week, right. Laura Hieronymus drives from Valparaiso to Mishawaka to play with her black labs here at Margaret H. Prickett Park.
We got to get them out of the house. We have a very small yard. To get them out and let them romp around is really great. You're going to be on television.
Here, dogs of all sizes, this place is big, can run free, playtime with no leashes required.
Dogs being able to run around and socialize can be a really wonderful thing. However, we have to be taking care of some of the different diseases that could be spread when dogs come together, and also a lot of different behavior concerns that we can see frequently that can result in really life-threatening wounds or fights, potentially.
Can I see?
Just good, baby.
Dr. Lindsay Candy with Kreider Veterinary Clinic in Granger says dogs of all shapes and sizes face risks every time they enter the dog park.
The same thing with you and I, we're worried about flu and colds and things like that that spread in the respiratory tract, but there are a couple extra things that you have to think about when you're talking about dogs. They're gonna lick themselves, they're gonna sniff rears, they might eat things that are out in that yard if you're not paying close attention.
A big part of protecting your pet is being aware of what's going on. Approach the dog park slowly. Watch and see what the play is like. If you don't feel comfortable letting your dog go, come back another day. Know how your dog behaves in all types of situations and how they handle being scared or feeling threatened. And make sure your dog has all lifestyle-based vaccines for extra protection. These include Bordetella, canine influenza, and a preventative parasite control, which you can roll into heartworm prevention medication.
If it was up to me, I would love if every dog had to prove they were parasite-free before they came into the yard. And that's not a perfect system, but it would be somewhat helpful to try to stop the spread of those kinds of parasites.
Although the city of Mishawaka regularly maintains the dog park, owners are responsible for anything that happens to their dog. In South Bend, the same rules apply at the city's first and only official dog park along Niles Avenue. But if you're not a public dog park person, that's okay too.
All right, come here, man. The joy on their faces when they come in and that leash unsnaps and they can just go that's the best part of the whole thing.
Welcome to Wagon Tails in New Carlisle.
Come on, baby girl. Oh, baby girl. Oh, yes.
Owner Barbara Davis and her husband offer dogs 7 acres of land to do whatever it is dogs love to do, even taking a dip to cool off.
I came up with the idea originally when we were driving to Chicago. There's a huge, beautiful park that the Cook County Forest Preserve District runs. And I just thought that it would be nice here.
And if you ask any of her 6 dogs, they'll probably tell you, yeah, it is.
My blind one, she may be blind, but she still has all of that natural instinct. And for her to get out and just run like crazy, it's a great thing. Girl, good girl. Oh, that's the best, isn't it? Don't go, boy.
Barb charges $120 a year for a membership. She asks all owners to show proof their dog's shots are up to date and they've been vaccinated for Bordetella and Lepto, something all dogs don't necessarily need to have.
I think you still have the same risks to a point. Because it's guarded and I watch it all the time, you've got a little more security. You know, I do my morning patrol, we look at the fence, make sure everything's good.
Every owner must have proof of homeowners or renters insurance.
Come here, Patch.
And Barb has to have a meet and greet with every dog before they join the park.
They have to be willing to play. Some dogs aren't.
And it's not that any specific dog is a bad dog, it's that putting them in uncomfortable situations, you're more likely to bring out them feeling uncomfortable, fear, and fear can sometimes become aggression.
But with some special care and attention, owners will walk away from the parks happy, and the dogs walk away tired.
Because a tired dog is a happy dog.
When I get back home, they're going to sleep like 3 hours.
Oh, I'm going to be on there too.
Now, several years ago, a small Yorkie was killed by 3 greyhounds at the dog park in Mishawaka. The St. Joseph County Humane Society says it's important to remember the type of breed that you have. Some of them, like greyhounds, may have sometimes been trained to hunt, and they could mistake that small dog as prey.
And one thing to think about is some of these parks have separate areas that would divide the larger dogs and the smaller dogs so that they're not together.
But some of them don't, Jennifer. For example, the new dog park in South Bend right now does not have that area, so all dogs are together. And again, the Humane Society reminded today that even if your dog, who is a big dog, might be okay with small dogs, the small dogs might not be okay with big dogs.
Yeah, and they don't know each other.
Exactly.
Which is another thing to think about.
How do you react with strangers?
Right. You never know. Danielle, thanks very much.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Well, can you get through dinner this